would it be feasible for somebody like myself to drive around the world? And the answer slowly became yes.
Say 100 people have contacted me with the dream of driving around the world. Of those 100 people, one has gotten to the start.
People with disabilities can achieve great things.
Mike needs a vehicle like that because it's who he is. He needs power, he needs strength, he needs speed.
Yesterday was bar none the toughest driving I've ever done in my life.
He'd collapse almost. Like, he'd be utterly exhausted.
I'm physically beat, I'm emotionally wiped out. Whoever said driving around the world was easy.
Leaving the challenges and the unrelenting heat of Iran behind, we entered into Pakistan on May 16th. It was difficult for me to take in our new surroundings, or even appreciate that we were entering a new country, as the temperatures had soared to a sweltering 52 degrees Celsius.
The temperature outside today is 52 degrees. That's 52 above zero.
Not only did the temperatures soar, but so did the risks of driving in this old and mystical country. The roads are horrendous and difficult to navigate in the best of environmental conditions, let alone during the rainy season or at night. There is little or non-existent signage on the road indicating trouble spots, windy roads, narrow bridges, no shoulders, and no barricades. Most of the oncoming traffic came in the form of loaded vehicles, and most often that would be overloaded transport trucks that would keep going straight without moving out of the way or pulling over to the side. Basically, it's called might is right, and the larger vehicle takes right of way. It didn't help matters that I was operating a left-hand drive vehicle in a right-hand drive country. Of course, we can thank the Brits and colonialism for that. We were greeted at the border by our Pakistani escorts, Rafi and Malik, who had been awaiting our arrival for the last 4 days. A devout Muslim family man, Rafi had a kind face and was very grounded in his personality. He spoke good English and immediately expressed his sincere gratitude for being able to help us navigate through his country. The stretch from the border to the next town of Dalbandin is considered to be one of the most dangerous areas of travel in all of Pakistan, especially for tourists. Less than 100 kilometers south of the Afghanistan border, the landscape is completely barren, and in many of the areas, the roads are unpaved. It is renowned as a region where bandits will prey upon Westerners coming through their country, and they'll even take advantage of the indigenous people who leave themselves vulnerable. With this knowledge, the Pakistani customs officials provided us with 2 heavily armed gunmen who would travel in our vehicles. They would offer us protection until we got to Quetta, a somewhat marginally safer town some 400 kilometers further east. Driving in convoy behind Rafi, we made our way to the customs guest house, which was located behind gates and a guard station.
Just get it higher up, if you stand behind the George, guide it.
The following morning, we enjoyed an outdoor breakfast with our hosts before leaving Dalbandin at 9 a.m.
Is it alright if we take some pictures and we can get them up on our website with a bit of luck?
After dodging loads of large transport trucks, nearly sliding off a mountain pass, we finally arrived at Quetta.
Mike attempted a maneuver he had done 1,000 times before. But this time, for a split second, he blacked out and landed on his neck.
The following day, May 18th, represented the 16th anniversary since that fateful day I broke my neck on the trampoline. On that day, every year since my accident, the occasion is always reflective from an emotional standpoint, and this time around was certainly no exception. It appears the longer I live with my spinal cord injury, the more I come to accept it as my reality, and in some regards, my new identity. Well, if you've enjoyed watching the first part of Pakistan, stay tuned for part 2, as incredibly, the roads actually get even worse. Arriving at the city of Lahore, close to the Indian border, would represent an opportunity to visit the Pakistan Society for the Rehabilitation of the Disabled. Please remember that people with spinal cord injuries are suffering more than ever during this global pandemic. And this is the time that our 3 vital charities need your support. Please show you care and donate generously. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and see you further down the road. Pakistan, to be continued.